I don't expect you to believe me. In fact, if I were you, I would call this a lie, or madness, or the ramblings of a man who has seen too much. But there is something worse than death, and I have lived inside it. I wasn't meant to find that village. No one is. You don't go to Udo. You arrive there when something in your life has already started to fall apart. For me, it was blood. Not mine. I was accused of killing a man I had never touched. And in my hometown, accusation is sometimes all it takes to become a ghost while still breathing. So I ran. Days blurred into nights. Hunger became a companion. Fear sat on my shoulders like a shadow that refused to leave. And then, just when my strength was leaving me, I saw it. A narrow path, almost hidden, like it didn't want to be found. I should have kept walking, but I didn't. The first thing I noticed about Udo was not what I saw. It was what I didn't hear. No arguments, no laughter spilling into the streets, no sound of life, just quiet. Not peaceful quiet, the kind of quiet that feels like something is listening. People were there. Of course they were. They moved about, slowly, purposefully. But nobody greeted me. Nobody asked where I came from. They just looked. Not curious, not welcoming, just aware. I remember greeting the first person I saw. An old man sitting under a tree. At least, I thought he was old. His skin looked like it had forgotten how to hold on to flesh. His eyes were deep inside his skull, but they were open. Too open. Like they had been watching something for a very long time. "Good evening, sir," I said. He didn't respond immediately. He just stared at me. Then, after what felt like minutes, his lips moved, slowly, like speaking was something he had to remember how to do. "You are not from here." It wasn't a question. I forced a smile. "No, I'm just passing through." Another long silence. Then he said something that didn't make sense to me at the time. "No one passes through Udo." If I had sense, I would have left right there. But I was tired, and tired men make foolish decisions. They gave me a place to stay. No negotiations, no questions, just a small hut, already prepared. That was the second thing that felt wrong. It was as if they were expecting me. That night, I met Adaeze. Before we continue the story, please have you subscribed to this channel? If you have not, thank you for watching this far. Thank you for listening this far. And now it is time for you to subscribe to this beautiful channel. Please like, please comment, please share, and also do not forget to turn on the notification button so that you are alerted when I post a new video. Thank you so much. Now let's go back to the story. She didn't approach me like the others. She didn't stare. She didn't look empty. She looked human. Warm skin, steady eyes, a softness that made you forget for a moment that something was wrong with everyone else. You shouldn't be here, she said. No greeting, no introduction, just that. I laughed a little. That's the second time I'm hearing that today. She didn't smile. If you stay, you will understand why. There was something about the way she said it. Not threatening, not dramatic, just certain. I should tell you this now, so you understand how everything began to fall apart. There were children in that village. They played, they laughed, they ran. But the next morning, when I saw them again, they looked exactly the same. Not just similar, the same. Same height, same faces, same clothes. At first I thought I was just dreaming or overthinking it. I told myself it was a coincidence. But by the third day, I stopped lying to myself. And the old people, they did not die. I stayed long enough to notice something no one talks about. When a person in Udo becomes too weak to walk, they don't mourn them. They don't gather around. They don't even speak about it. They just leave them. Still breathing, still alive, but no longer living. I asked Adaeze about it. They are waiting, she said. For what? I asked. She looked at me for a long time before answering. For something that will never come. That was the first night I heard it. At first, it sounded like wind, soft, distant. Then, it became clearer. Voices, not one, many, crying, whispering, calling names. My name, Ike Chukwu. I froze. Every part of my body knew. That voice was not coming from anywhere normal. I stepped outside. The village was dark, but not empty. Doors were closed. Lights were out, but I could feel it. Everyone was awake, listening, pretending not to hear. The crying was coming from the forest. I don't know why I moved towards it. Maybe curiosity, maybe stupidity, or maybe something in that place that had already started pulling me. I didn't get far. A hand grabbed me, cold, too cold. It was Adaeze. Do you want to die? She whispered. I thought no one dies here, I said, trying to sound brave. For the first time, she smiled, but it wasn't a normal smile. It was the kind that makes your stomach tighten. That's exactly the problem. She dragged me back inside, locked the door, and then she said something I didn't understand until much later. Whatever you hear, do not answer it. I didn't sleep that night. Not really. Because at some point, the voices stopped calling and started screaming. Days passed, or maybe weeks. Time in Udo doesn't behave the way it should. It stretches, it repeats, sleeps, and Adaeze, she began to change. Or maybe I just started seeing what had always been there. There was a day I touched her hand, just briefly, and I pulled away immediately. It was cold. Not night cold. Not Harmattan cold. Dead cold. You are shaking, she said. I'm fine, I lied. She tilted her head slightly, watching me, the way someone studies something they don't fully understand. Do I feel different to you? She asked. I didn't answer. That night, I woke up to a sound inside my heart. Not outside, inside. Breathing, slow, uneven, wet. I sat up, my heart pounding so loudly. I was sure whatever was in the room could hear it. Then I saw her, Adaeze, standing in the corner. But something was wrong. Very wrong. Her back was turned to me. Her head tilted at an angle no human should allow. And she was whispering, not to me, to something I couldn't see. I tried, she was saying. I tried to keep him from hearing them. My throat went dry. Adaeze, I called. She froze. Slowly, very slowly she turned. I wish she hadn't. Her face, it was her, but it wasn't. Her eyes were too wide, too deep, like something was looking through them, not from them. And her mouth, it stretched into that same unnatural smile. You were not supposed to wake up, she said.